Hi, how's everyone? I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning, and hello if you are new. I felt really heavy about the collective read that I put out earlier today, so I wanted to do a bonus and see if we couldn't get some energies that were a little bit less heavy. So I went ahead and I laid out a 5 card spread with the bottoms and the Celtic Lenormand, and we'll see what kind of energies we can get. Maybe we can get something a little bit more positive, a little bit more encouraging, a little bit lighter. Okay, so I'm using the 5 card spread, and card number 1 is current energies, number 2 is looking forward, 3 is past influences, 4 is the near future, and fifth card is the anchor card or bottom of the deck. We're using the Celtic Lenormand, the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani, and the First Light Tarot. Then we'll get Ancestor Oracle messages and the last theme deck. Okay, so for card position number 1, we've got activate. That's the current energies. Looking forward, we've got the Lovers. Um, Past influences, we have the Fool. Near future, we have the World. And the anchor card, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So then from the next deck, clarifying activate, we have the Eight of Swords. Clarifying the Lovers, we have the King of Wands. Clarifying the Fool, we have the World. And clarifying the World, we have the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck for that deck, we have the Star. Celtic Lenormand for a baseline picture, kind of, what's going on. We have the male rider, the dog energy again, and the Lord. Bottom of that deck is the mice. So remember, not all messages will resonate for everyone. So leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in the timeline. Like I say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you which character you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage, whether you're involved or you are just an observer. I can only read the energies. So let's get down to it. In the current energies, we have the card for activate, number 1. This says align yourself, get grounded, get ready, reach out with your thoughts for awakening and enlightenment. So this is like it's not quite full energy where we take the leap, even though that's here. But activate is just the thunderclap, the snapping of your fingers, I'm gonna do it, the clapping of your hands, like let's go. But this is like divine energy. I use the First Light Tarot to get energies from higher source, the divine, the universe, whatever, because the symbols on them are from the Hubble Space Telescope. So I tend to use this deck as what the divine is has going on in the background. So here we have an energy of activate. It's a call to action. It is a call to get ready. The energies are percolating. Something new can be accessed. Whether we do or we don't, how we do or we don't, that's up to us. But what Divine is saying is that the energies are ripe to activate a new cycle. On top of that, we've got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is mental energy that came out in the last reading also, in reverse at least, but this time it's upright again. This is analysis paralysis. This is being bogged down. Your hands are tied, your eyes are blindfolded, and all you can think about, all you hear from your inner mind is all the negativity, doubts, gossip, hateful rhetoric, negative self talk, fears, anxieties, all those things, and they're in like a circle around you. The thing to remember about the swords energy is that thoughts, yes, can become things, but until they manifest, they are all internalized. So even though the symbolism has a person bound and blindfolded with all these swords around them, those swords are all in their own minds. Okay, so this is all mental stress, mental energy. This card says limited choices, no good options, paralysis, and internal conflict. So something is current energies here. It says get grounded and get ready. It says there's awakening and enlightenment, but everybody is stuck in this energy of not knowing, no good options. They're feeling there's nowhere for them to move. Okay? This story is called um, Donkey Skin. I don't know what culture that is. But this girl, I think she was like a princess, but she ran away and hid, um, like disguised as a donkey or something. But she was faced with a choice, and there was no good way to um, fulfill that choice. So she spent most of that time very much deep in thought, very much deep in consideration about things, considering all angles, considering her options. But it was very limiting. There was no movement there. It was just frozen and just a prisoner of thought. Okay. It's like they're saying you're too much in your head about this because awakening and enlightenment, activation, getting grounded, this is all positive energy. It's like the universe is nudging you towards something really beautiful, but there's resistance here. There's resistance because it's like, I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what to think about what other people think about this, things like that. Looking forward, there's a choice here. There's the lovers. This is the choice of a union, of coming into something with a loving heart. Matters of the heart, choices, and physical love. On top of that, we've got the King of Wands in the upright. Very wonderful. I give this Sagittarius energy. Could also be Libra, or Leo, or Aries. But the king and queen I give to the higher of the signs. So for me, this is Sagittarius energy. This is the phoenix, something reborn. So this king that the is on the lover's card, this choice, this king may have been through something where he had to rebirth himself. This could be the outcome of ego death, and then a rebirth from that. And somebody is choosing love, looking forward. There's the lovers with the King of Wands. Coming in noble, strong, steadfast, and fierce. Past influence here, we have the Fool. I love this card because it's the Voyager satellite. It's the oldest piece of machinery that we have sent out into the universe, and it is now the furthest piece of human mechanics out past the edges of the solar system. And if that's not a symbol of the Fool stepping off into the void for new adventures, I don't know what is. That's one of my favorite cards. On top of that, we've got the World. So here's two aspects here. The Fool is the beginning. It's the number 0 because it's the number of potential. It's everything that's possible but nothing yet. It's like Schrodinger's cat. It could be something, it could not be. It could, you don't know until you open the box. That's Fool energy. On top of that is the World, which is the end. We've got the beginning and the end here in the past influences. So there was some beautiful new beginning, a stepping off point into a new cycle, into new possibilities. Um, a journey or progress or pathways. On top of that was the world, which means there was an end here, but it was a triumphant end. The world is reaping rewards of the old cycle. It's a happy ever after and culmination of karmic rewards. So there was the beginning and the end. Here in the near future, we've got the world again, an ending, fulfillment. Long-term goal accomplished, cycle is done, and reward. This is also a symbol of rebirth and reincarnation, something coming back around, but harmonized this time. On top of that, the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups here is love for love's sake with a pure heart. Okay, so there is great opportunity here to step into an energy of divinely guided, divinely blessed, awakening, enlightenment to a very loving way of living, a loving connection. I don't have any cups here besides the page. We have a lot of higher energy with the lovers, the fool, the world, the wheel of fortune, the star. Um, yeah. So when I get a lot of major arcana, it tells me that the energies that are at work here are mostly being guided by the divine. We have very little influence over this. That's why the activate card is telling you to get grounded and prepare, get ready, activate, enlightenment and awakening, because we have to be aware that these cycles are moving with or without our control or influence, our with or without our approval, and it's going with or without our preparedness. Oh, and because of that, because it seems so big, because it seems out of our hands, because it seems like there's no good option for us to control the situation, we have Eight of Swords energy in our heads about things. I can't control this. That I'm getting the feeling from some that the people around them look down on them because they can't control the situation. That is very, very frustrating, because when something is out of your hands and people look at you like, why did that fail? It's like, I had no control over that. But they still look kind of judgingly at you, or some in the collective may feel that they are being judged by something that they can't control, right? But here in the looking forward, it's telling us to choose love. Basically, the Lover's card is a choice to connect with people in a loving way. Whether it's with a certain lover or with people in general, it's a choice. We did get the Six of Cups recently, and the Six of Cups is a lower vibration of the lovers. It's childlike love and nostalgia for a past that was simple and accepting and balanced and very loving for its own sake. And we have that here in the Page of Cups energy. The King of Wands could be a person coming in, or it could be the energy of rebirth. The King of Wands Sagittarius energy is fire energy, and fire energy is very activating, very lively, very vibrant and virile. He comes in strong and steadfast and fierce. Sagittarius energy, he is the wanderer. I liken him. He's not Chiron, but he is Centaur energy, and Centaurs were the wandering party boys of mythology. They like to drink, they like to party, they like to fight. They like to fight, fuck, and drink. Okay, so this is an energy of very free movement, free to experience what they want, free to bring energy to anywhere they walk into. Um, they walk like kings. I've known a couple Sagittarians, and I always thought that the way they walk is they carry themselves like they're royalty. They walk into a room and that fire lights it up. And they are the life of the party, and everyone wants to be near them, and everyone wants to talk to them. And they always have good stories because even if they're not well traveled, they are well read. Their minds are well traveled. Sagittarius energy have wandering hearts, wandering minds, wandering feet, wandering hands, wandering lips, wandering everything. They love to experience. They love to see everything as equally interesting, if that makes sense. So there is a King of Wands in the energy of the collective. I don't know if this is you that are watching from the collective or someone who may be in your energy, but Sagittarius is in play. So, oh, I wonder what's happening in Saggy. Let me see real quick. I'm going to go over to the chart and see what's happening in Sagittarius at the moment. Let's see. Nothing. Sag is empty. But where is Jupiter, his ruler? Ah, Jupiter is in Gemini right now. At 11 degrees Gemini in a trine with the Sun at 11 degrees Aquarius. Oh boy. Oh boy. Saggy likes to get around, and Gemini loves to talk about it. So there's going to be a lot of movement of ideas and sharing stories and thinking things through. But I mean, Sagittarius is the King of Wands energies is very gregarious. He's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter was Zeus, so the man whore of the gods. Where if his eye caught you, woe be to you. But it's probably going to be a good time. Trine to the Sun in Aquarius. Aquarius is the very high vibe, high minded, wide ideas, the rebel, the eccentric. It's like the punk energy, and the Sun there is expansive ideas, new ideas, bucking the system, kicking over the establishment kind of energy. They're the artists and the high thinkers and the weirdos and the aliens, and the Sun is there. And there's such a wonderful energy of, if we could just tap into it, if we could just activate that part of ourselves to awaken to that enlightenment, the expansion of the humanitarian energies at play could be so wonderful, so great. It's like we're skirting on the edge of choosing this beautiful kind of Star Trek utopian future right in our grasp, but we're so tied up in this Eight of Swords. It's telling us to choose love and be reborn. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. I know that was a roundabout way to say it, but with the Lovers being a choice of matters of the heart, choosing love. King of Wands being represented by the Phoenix, I can't deny it. All we have to do is choose and burn away the old stuff that's keeping us in the Eight of Swords and be reborn. Be reborn in love by choosing it. Oh, I should write that down. Be reborn in love by choosing it. Does that make sense? I might use that as the title. Fool energy, the world, the beginning and the end. That is from the past influence. I feel like some in the collective were like, I chose a new path, and now it's over. It was wonderful, though. It really was. It was sweet. It was fulfilling. It was happy, balanced. It was like once you release. Okay, they're telling me the Eight of Swords is Libra energy. Libra has a lot to do with karma. Libra is the scales of justice. She measures out the karma. Saturn energy being in Capricorn. Saturn is the dealer of the karma. Where is Saturn right now? Let me go back to the chart. Saturn is in Pisces, so deep emotional connection, karma being dealt. And Venus and Saturn are conjunct in Pisces. So there is something here where karma is being dealt on a global scale because the outer planets are generational. So this is lessons being learned by the whole collective. Um, Letting go of the past so that we can be reborn in a new vibration, and that new vibration is love. Okay? The beginning is something was begun and now it is ended. A cycle has ended, but it was good. It was a good cycle. Here in the near future, the world, again, the ending. It's like beginning and end, and then from the end, a renewal. Because the world does keep spinning, even though it's the last card of the tarot, and it signifies the absolute end of the cycle. It has the four fixed signs on it: Leo, a Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. The four fixed signs, the four stable corners of the universe. Even though it's fixed and stable, it does keep spinning. And in that, we can find comfort. That even though a cycle may end, the karma was reaped, the reward was given, a new cycle begins. And on top of that new cycle is just one step up from Fool energy, that Page of Cups. Page of Cups is beautiful energy. I do feel like this could be love for some in the collective because not only do we have the Lovers and the King of Wands, but in the Page of Cups, we have two rabbits, one rabbit. We have the rabbit of the moon and the red string of fate. And the red string, it keeps twin flame hearts connected. So there is some kind of ending but renewal to a heart connection. Page of Cups coming in innocent, love for love's sakes, pure of heart, just so open. And it comes in under the King of Wands, which is the Phoenix, a rebirth. But there's so much energy here for renewal. If we could just get get out of the Eight of Swords. Stop being so in your head about it. It's activated. The switch has flipped. I almost said the flip was switched. The switch has flipped. It's activated. The timeline is what's the word? Conducive to bringing this lovers union together. But the king had to go through a rebirth. The King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, somebody with that in their chart, had to go through some kind of release, renewal, and rebirth. Now remember, just because I say a king doesn't mean that it's a masculine. It's masculine energy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a man. It can be a feminine in her masculine energy, a Sagittarius, feminine. It doesn't matter. Gender ain't shit in spirituality, okay? But I love the I wish I could show this. We've got the Fool, which is a beginning, on the World, which is an end, and the World, which is the ending and a renewal, with the Page of Cups, which is just one step from the Fool. I love it. Ending, renewal, renewal, ending. Or no, beginning and end, renewal and beginning. So the cycle, it's like you're getting another chance of coming around to step into this, um, choose this union of love from a place of renewed innocence, a renewed pure of heart, right? I heard, don't come in with baggage, don't come in with preconceptions, don't come in with prejudices. It's just somebody coming in with an energy of, I fucking love you. I love you. I want this. I love that, I love us together. Everything is good. Now, the base energy here with the Celtic Lenormand, and then we'll get to the bottoms of the deck. We've got a male rider coming in hot. And it's coming in towards a dog and the Lord card. I will put this, what this looks like, as the thumbnail because I find it very interesting because it's like the dog and the Lord are together. And remember, the dog is spiritual guidance, loyalty. Um, it's somebody who's loyal, dependable, supportive, and faithful, a friend or companion, a reliable guide, an affectionate protector, or a capable ally. Now, this can also be a spiritual ally because dog symbolism is our guide on spiritual journeys. I remember saying yesterday that many of us may be having um, very vivid, very confusing, very active dreams right now because Mars is retrograde in Cancer. And some of us may be dreaming of dogs, whether they're ours from this life and they've passed on and they're just revisiting us in our dreams, or just the energy of a dog guide coming through. It symbolizes the divine. It symbolizes ancestors, the spirit guides, the angels. It's like the whole spirit team on the other side is guiding us. And it was coming in really heavy in the last reading because this cycle, like I said, with all these major arcana, is the universe saying, okay, we're coming to a point in the timeline where we're taking over the driving, and just get grounded, prepare yourself, and what they're saying something. Hang on. It's saying do your inner work while we drive because you're the navigator. You're the one reading the map quest while the divine is driving, right? So you have to still keep your head on straight and do the inner work so that when we get to the destination, you are elevated. You have a level up, okay? All that to say that this Lord energy here is a masculine leader. He's a leader, a friend, a husband, a father, a partner. Here comes that King of Wands. Woo, coming in hot and shit, what's the word? Healed. Coming in hot and healed. A decisive, rational, mature, responsible person. Or if this is called to you in the collective who is watching, it's empowerment to be confident, focused, and time to take charge. So we have a energy here, very much in charge, very much large and in charge. A lot of power, a lot of status. He worked hard to get there. He's well adorned with his finery. So somebody here in a very respected kind of energy, and with him comes this dog energy that's very loyal. But the dog is looking away from the Lord toward this male rider coming in. It's almost as if they are anticipating his arrival. The male rider represents news, messages, information, tidings, an announcement, or a visitor, a young man, a cheerful lover, and a prospective suitor. Wow. Okay, so we've got two energies here. I believe the male rider corresponds to this Page of Cups, coming in with a pure heart, love for love's sake, coming in with an announcement or information or news, cheerful and a prospective suitor, and the dog is standing in front of the Lord thinking, I sense somebody coming in. I sense someone younger. I sense someone more innocent and sincere. Maybe this Lord is a little haughty. He's a little full of himself. Look at him. He's chin up, looking down on people. It didn't come out in reverse, but I don't have reversals in this deck. So um, this could be this Lord sensing that another is coming. There could be a choice here in the collective between two very powerful in their different ways kind of love choice. Got the Page of Cups and the King of Wands, Lord energy. Do you choose the prince or the king? You know, let's go to the bottoms of the decks and see what they say. We have the Wheel of Fortune spinning fate. Fate is changing and fortune is coming your way. Underneath that, karma. What was I saying about Libra energy over here? She is the decider, the measurer of your karma. Saturn is the dealer. This says past life baggage. Come, oh, see, what did I say? Because we've got the world here twice and the Wheel of Fortune. New cycles, this Eight of Swords, that can be that mental baggage. It says learn your lessons, correct your wrongs, because there are domino effects here. Okay, if you allow yourself to be stuck in that cycle without letting go of that past dogma, you're going to miss it. You're going to have to come back around in the cycle and do it again. Underneath that, we've got the star. Oh, look at that, the star twice. So Aquarius is now in play. Fool energy is Aries. Page of Cups is Cancer, I believe. We've got the Lovers, Gemini, King of Wands, Sagittarius, the star twice again, Aquarius energy. The star is redirecting yourself towards happy, this is happy endings and promising beginnings. It says dormant opportunities now open, wishes now possible. And underneath that, we have attraction. This is manifestation energy. You're bringing that new direction towards you. Or the divine is, like I said, some of us are still in that Eight of Swords trying to decide. I won't go much further, but underneath that, you've got resistance. So you've got attraction here, which is manifestation, then resistance, which is like overthinking, over planning. And underneath that, you've got the Magician. There's all this energy of being able to make it right now, make what you want right now. But there's so much energy of blockage here. In the other deck here, we have the star. Again, a serenity and peaceful hope. This is wishing on a star. This is looking towards your heart's home. Star energy. Do we have it here? No, not yet. No, we had it yesterday, but not on the Lenormand. Star energy is what? Oh, sorry. It's what direction your heart wants to navigate. And that can be towards love or towards a wish or towards a dream. Many times it's towards our soul's purpose. Okay, star energy. Underneath that, the Chariot reversed. That's a blockage of energy. This is lack of direction and hesitancy. So you have one card designating looking towards a new direction, but you've got the Chariot in reverse, which is the car is not moving towards that direction. There is a lack of direction or hesitancy towards it. I love this symbolism here. You got the star and then, but somebody not going towards it. Underneath that, you've got the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles. I love the Ace of Pentacles because it represents the seed of Jack and the Beanstalk, that one bean that he planted and wished, hoped over, prayed over, and hoped for the best. But ultimately, it was in the divine's hands whether that was going to grow or not. He didn't really do much to it but hope and let the divine take over. And that's what I think a lot of people are having trouble deciding on. It's like people want too much control over how this plays out instead of trusting that the divine will steer them towards love. Underneath that is the Six of Wands of Victory. I love it. Now, from the Celtic Lenormand, we have the mice. So we've got the male rider coming in, the dog knowing he's coming in, and the Lord waiting for the message. Okay? Here, behind the Lord, there is something eating away at some kind of resources. It doesn't always necessarily mean money. But when this card comes up, it does remind me to say, check your bank statements, check your money investments, that there's not something nibbling away at it. For those of us who don't have, multi-thousand-dollar investments in stocks and stuff, check for subscription services that keep taking out every month. Maybe one of them has increased their prices. Maybe there is a charge coming through that you forgot about or did not know it was going to continue. Look at your finances. There's some hole there where something is getting in and eating away at it. But it's not just finances. It could be energy, it could be home, it could be anything that is of value. They're showing me like a energy vampire also. Someone in your energy that's just kind of picking at you. And it creates it creates a hole in your psyche where positive just falls out. And you might not even know that it's happening. So, reinforce your protection, reinforce your boundaries. Boundaries is very important. You may have allowed something to come in, someone to come in, and they came in and you maybe had a bad feeling about it. You maybe didn't like it very much, but you didn't say anything. You allowed it to happen. Well, that thing has now taken root and it's siphoning away a little bit of your energy or finances. Underneath that, Hillfort. And that has been coming up recently, having to do with the structure of how we were raised, where we come from. Hierophant energy, which is tradition and bonds that you don't break, but they're very Eight of Swords. They can tie you up. They can tie you up in indecision, or they can tie you up in strict structure restrictions that you're guilty of working around. So you have to understand that if it's religion or if it's cultural, that is all made up. You can decide to go around that. You can decide to put a boundary between you and those structures, those restrictions. Um, all tradition is peer pressure from dead people, okay? Because those traditions were set down in a time that does not exist anymore. So you have to choose. This is authority that can be very isolating. Structure, bureaucracy, ego, and arrogance. Okay, you might feel that these high walls that you were raised with are protective and you're safe in there, but there's not much else in there but the restriction. Underneath that, you have the tree, the oak tree, which is very deep, healthy, strong roots. It's enduring and patient. Now, it didn't come out in the reverse, but I can't deny that coming out after the hill fort may mean that there are energies here that will not release you to choose this loving pathway. And you're going to have to burn it down. Because, like I said, with the King of Wands as the phoenix, he had to come through something that just completely burned everything, and so that he could be renewed. Now, oak tree energy is very strong, very reliable, very stable. It's a sacred wood. It can build a home, it can build a bridge, and it can last a really long time. But coming in after the hill fort, that has that kind of negative connotation of tradition for tradition's sake, those roots might be very, very deep. So it's going to take a lot of effort to shake yourself loose from that. That might go along with that Lord energy. That Lord is whoever is in charge of that hill fort. Underneath that, I won't go much further, but we have the clover. And I love this because it tells you to look down at your feet and watch where you walk. And that is also means spiritually, because clover energy is a small, fortunate opportunity. It's good luck out of nowhere. It's hope and synchronicity. It's money. It's money. It's, what is this? Be alert. Be alert and see an opportunity. So the reason I love this is how Jack's bean started, right? In the ground like this, underfoot. This could be on a pathway that people walk past every day and nobody sees this coin because they don't look down. Clover is a very low growing next to the earth. People don't see it. They don't look that. It's like it's the energy of people don't look down there because quote unquote it's below them. So they're saying that there's energy here where something may seem like it's below you, but if you look for it, there is a gold coin in there. They're showing me that it could be a person. So if you look down at something that you usually just blinders on, okay? Remember with the Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded. So you have to take the blinders off and look down. Look at something that you would not consider usually. Look in a different direction. Look at your feet, because there's a gold coin down there that you may be missing. So we're going to go to the Ancestor Oracle messages. I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you are vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, or share my video. Anything helps the algorithm get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I am available for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. So, also for any small donation, I would love to do you a 3-card spread as a thank you privately. It can be by email or by YouTube link that only you would get. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description. I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Oh, we've got spring, and look, there's the rabbit. I'm not going to take that one. Well, maybe I will. Let's take. Is there one more? I feel like there's one more, but I don't want to take 3. So I might just trust that it's these 2. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. Nope. Okay. Thank you so much. So we have spring, and here's the rabbit. Look, remember on the Page of Cups, we had the rabbit with the red string of fate that binds the twin flame hearts together. But there's only one rabbit. So I was like, well, where's the other? Where's the pair? Where's the other heart in this connection? Here we go. It's the rabbit right here with spring. So there may be something happening in spring, or something did happen in spring. Perhaps this person is born in the spring. That would be Taurus, Cancer, Gemini energy. Taurus, Gemini, Cancer energy, right? What's spring? March, April, and May. So the beginning of March is still Pisces. Oh, Aries? Pisces, Aries. I don't know. I mean, I know, but I'm stuttering, so I'm going to let it go. Spring! Spring. Spring forward. Spring like a hare. Doing it like bunnies. spring ahead. Let's see. Let's get the book. Where's the book? What do I do with it? There. Spring. It says, see your seeds grow. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. You're ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way that you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. Ooh, what's that clover within the Ace of Coins? Financial growth. And if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When the spring card comes up in the future position of a spread or is the last card in the reading, in this case it's the second to last, it can also indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. There was some energy in the last reading where it suggested that someone is in an energy of, I don't have the finances, I don't have the resources, I am not in a stable energy to go looking for love. But the reverse of that was, love will bring in, it's like you can't go looking for it because you don't have it. But going to look for it brings it to you. That's the point of that, right? Now we have Earth Guardian. Let me set that up right there. Earth Guardian. It says stay rooted and grounded. Remember, we had the oak tree with those deep roots. You have to decide. You have to decide, because the hill fort energy is very restrictive for tradition's sake, and tradition doesn't always transfer to the modern times. You have to decide what your traditions are and put boundaries in front of you for the traditions that don't allow or encourage your growth. Okay? So it says take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. It says it's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you're rushing ahead or making a decision based on your more fearful responses, that's those Eight of Swords, those fearful responses. You will miss out on the growth that you deserve. Remember the Clover card? You will miss out on that growth because you're not looking at it. You're not looking for it. That's because you're behind that Eight of Swords energy. Take some time to calm down and get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. Then consider what to do, and it's important to plant seeds that are going to grow the Ace of Coins into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed that you will have to deal with later. That weed energy, it reminds me of the mice coming in to siphon away your resources, because weeds will choke out the whole garden just so they can survive. Okay, so there may be some kind of energy around you, or you are doing it to yourself, where you're allowing that energy to siphon away. It's like you're putting it somewhere else so you have an excuse to not invest it in going towards that loving connection. Final cards here, let's see. I hope this is resonating. I hope this feels a little bit better than the last reading. That last one was heavy. I was trying to keep politics out of this one. There's a really wonderful choice to go for a loving connection. Oh, healing, see, we see you. Okay, wonderful. Yesterday we got the card that says, the universe sees you, hears you. It's like we're watching you. We're watching because we're giving you these opportunities, and we're watching your response. We're also watching that if for the ones that reach out and want the guidance and want the protection and want the blessings, they're just waiting for the request. They can't do it without your specific requests because they cannot and will not interfere with free will. The rose, see, romance is in the air. We've got a lot of angel energy. That's what did I say about spiritual allies? That's all. Okay. So first off, what do we get first? Oh, we got healing and 333. Let's do the angel cards last. We've got Pluto in play. Where is Pluto right now? I believe it is in Aquarius. Let's double check. Yep, Pluto is conjunct with Mercury and near the sun in Aquarius. Now remember, Aquarius is very expansive, high-minded ideals. Pluto is the underworld, creative destruction, purging, evolution, death, and rebirth. He is also called the wrecking ball. So he comes through and it gives an energy of transformation. And with this being in Aquarius, it's transforming how we see ourselves in the human family and how we see other people there too. Aquarius is the humanitarian, and he like a Sagittarius energy, loves to go on and experience things. Aquarius loves that also. New ideas, innovation. It also rules technology. Whereas Mercury rules communication and the relay of that communication. Aquarius rules the technology because he rules innovation. We have the hand of fate. The divine is at work. Forces beyond your control are at play. I got that energy because we have a lot of major arcana here. So they tend to say, we're steering right now, so just eat your snacks, read your books, do your inner work, because when you get to the destination, it's going to be a new cycle, and you need to be prepared to level up. We got romance in the air. Here's the rose. Don't judge. I drew that myself. It's be kind. But again, lovers, the king of wands, the world, the fool, the star. There's not a lot of cups here, which means there's not a lot of frou-frou, um, you know, too much emotion, lovey-dovey. It's love, and it's like sure. It's your heart knows. Your heart is sure. It's coming in pure. It's coming in hot and renewed. He's healed and I heard he's healed and horny. Okay. We've got the rainbow. Okay, the worst is over. I heard the worst is over if you want it to be. Because right now it seems, especially with the what's going on in the collective, there's a lot of people in the collective that are keeping us bound in that old cycle. Okay? And that does have to do with politics. That does have to do with the clashing of the two sides right now. There is a side that is trying to keep us in the hill fort energy, those old traditions, for tradition's sake, because it benefits them. That's mice energy. That's weeds and energy vampire kind of energy. People want to keep you in those old cycles because it benefits them. So that can be over with if we choose it. That's why the rainbow came out. The worst is over if you choose to let it in. Okay? We've got 333. Angels and spirit are near you. We hear you. Okay? And then the two angel cards we have are Archangel Uriel, which is illumination. We have illumination and healing together. Archangel Uriel and Archangel Raphael, I apologize. Uriel is the illuminator. He shines the light. That's the light of the star here. If we point our soul towards its true home and its true purpose, the star energy will be this Archangel Uriel. Wisdom, art, science, clear sight, the light of God's truth, decisions, help resolving conflict, awakening, intellect, and guidance. This is the light of God. Now we have the keyword awakening here, which also shows up on the activate card, awakening and enlightenment. And we have both of those here. The angels' energy is there if we just let it in. Like I said, the angels can't interfere against our free will. And they will sit and watch you struggle. They really will. And they're all they can do is like, I can't do shit because they're choosing this struggle. They are choosing to stay on the wheel. They are choosing not to let this go. I can't do shit until they actually come forward and say, I want to get off this crazy shit. And then they can help. Now the next one we have is Archangel Raphael. God heals. This is healing of mind, body, and soul with compassion, creativity, healing from addictions. It's a green light. Just ask. This is healing injuries inside and out. There's such wonderful energy that can be had, but there's also the reverse of that, of people being afraid of the new cycle, being afraid of letting go of those traditional things because it benefits them. And in turn, they're going to keep the whole collective stuck on the wheel. We have to choose to let it go. So I hope that resonated. I feel like it was a little bit better energy read than the last one. I hope the messages reached you, and until I see you in the next couple days, okay, thanks, bye.